welcome back to my spooky little corner of the internet. My name is Chelsea, and today we will be talking about some recently watched horror movies and doing a fun little makeup look. So before we get into that, if you would please subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified whenever I post videos, and I think it might let you know when I go live as well. I don't know about shorts, but I've been posting a lot of shorts, which are basically just TikToks that I put onto YouTube as shorts. So if you don't follow me on YouTube or on TikTok, if you don't have a TikTok, hit those up because I don't know, they've really been popping off and I really like them. They're fun to make, whatever. So go check those out. Check me out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and again TikTok, all at Chelsie Raff. Let's get into this video. So I'm actually using a attached microphone today, so hopefully my my audio is a little bit better, a little bit more of more crisp, as everyone says. As the YouTubers out there who teach people how to YouTube, everything needs to be crisp. We need a crisp picture, a crisp audio, and some crisp content. I'm coming at you with the crisp content. We got the crisp picture, so hopefully this gives a nice crispy sound. I don't know, we shall see. But today I have been really feeling green. I think I'm gonna do like a green and a black look. I think it's gonna look cute. This is gonna be a mosh of movies that I've seen, and the one thing I want to start off with is Wolf Creek. This movie is one of those movies. So Wolf Creek 1 was released in 2005, and then there's Wolf Creek 2 that was released in 2013. And Wolf Creek was such a good freaking movie. The first one is like, it's just like a good little 2000s movie. Like, I'm actually surprised they remade it so long later, but number 2 is my favorite. But also, if you follow me on Twitter or probably on Instagram, whatever, you know that I love sequels. Like, sequels are my favorite thing. I feel like sequels go a little bit further than the first one. They always like push the boundaries a little bit more, and that's my kind of thing. Like, I am like a Rob Zombie stan, and all of his stuff is just like ridiculous, in your face, just over the top, and that's my thing. Sequels, always over the top, always next level, always just like, what the heck did I just watch? Those are my favorite kind of things. All right, I have the LA Girl Pro Color. It's actually a foundation mixing pigment to make things lighter. And you know what, I just want to go for this real nice like goth look, so I'm going to use this as just my foundation. I love using this with like different colors because this is literally just white, and then everything you put on it just makes it like pop, and it looks really cool. Now, is this like an everyday look? No, but most of the looks I do are not everyday, so just so you know. I use like this brush and my beauty blender, so let's see how that turns out. And don't mind my cold sore. It's looking much better than it was. It should be healing up in the next few days. Should be gone by next week, I'd imagine. Alright. And I've been a fan of just squirting it on my face. Like, I used to put it like on my hand, but I felt like I was like wasting product. And it just do this. Like, what's the problem? Also, I haven't used this in a while, so I don't know if this is too much or not. But you know what, we'll find out together. Definitely less is more. Always start with less and then move on. Okay, I think this is really light. Like, I think you have to build it. I told you this is literally white, like literally white. Just gotta get everywhere. It's like sunblock. This was me as a kid with my sunblock. I'm like, girl, I'm not getting burnt. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. I love that I found this. I actually went into Ulta Beauty and was like, I want literally white. And they were like, honey, we don't have just white. And then this one lady was like, actually, I saw this. It was discounted. And I'm like, yes, please, thank you. Anyway, so I was watching Wolf Creek. And the reason I even started watching it is because I posted something on Twitter about like, what's the most sadistic like serial killer, or not serial killer, horror movie, like villain, like serial killer, like a movie. And a lot of people were saying, is his name Mick Taylor? Mick Taylor, I was right. Played by John Jarrett, who also plays in Boar, Rogue, Shiver, Dark Age. I don't know. I only know him from this movie. I feel like I've seen him somewhere else. I don't know what it was. It might have been just some random movie I watched. I don't know. But I tell you what, this man does that role so much justice. Like, he does such a good job. Like, he sells it. Like, that's why I said Wolf Creek 1 was like, okay. I have a mirror over here. Sorry if this is like not good. So I think like the movie itself was like okay, and he just brought so much life. He literally brought so much life to that character that I think that's why they ended up doing a 2. And then I'm pretty sure Wolf Creek 3 is coming out in 2022. Super excited for it. That's like my new favorite like thing. And there's also a Wolf Creek series. I don't know how current the series is. I can look that up. I know there's 2 seasons. I don't know if there's going to be a 3rd season or if it's just 2 seasons. I need to find it and watch it, but everywhere I find it, it's like $8 or $9 just for 1 season. And I'm like, I'm not paying for that because it's stupid. I guess it was on Shudder not too long ago, but of course by the time I even knew it was like a thing that I wanted to watch, it's not on there anymore. I literally hate when that happens. It's so annoying. Like, I literally pay for this, and as soon as I want to watch something, it's not on there anymore. Like, of course. And then I guess Wolf Creek, actually, so Mick Taylor himself is based on an actual Australian serial killer. So if you haven't watched it, it's about a Australian serial killer in Australia. And he kills like backpackers and people that are like hiking or vacationing, whatever, which is already like one of my like kind of horror movie genres, if that's even a genre, that I like watching. Even though you would think that I wouldn't like watching it because I love traveling, so like you think that would freak me out, but I don't know. I feel like I like watching them like to be prepared. Like, I love home invasion movies too. It's like, maybe it's just so like I'm prepared for the worst of the worst. Like, I watch The Strangers as like a survival guide, you know. I forgot how absolutely white this is. I feel like a mime. I should do mime makeup. You know what this would be perfect for? Another video. Or should I make this video? No, I want to do green. My mind is all over the place, I swear. But what I was gonna say is this would be perfect for an art makeup look. Like, not art as in like art class, but art as in the clown from Terrifier. Which is funny enough that I bring that up because my post from Twitter, which is why I watched Wolf Creek, was who's the most sadistic like killer. Pretty much almost unanimous people agree it's art. I even put up a poll in my YouTube like community, which I'm going to start posting there way more often. Just like polls, pictures, random questions. I like doing that kind of stuff on my Twitter as well, just like polls, random questions, pictures, things like that, just to kind of engage with like the community and the people and kind of see like what people like, because that's just, I don't know, it's interesting. I love talking about horror and stuff. So everybody thinks Art the Clown is like the most sadistic killer, and they're not wrong. I mean, he really is. And also I think he's like kind of a demon, but like also I love clowns, love killer clowns, love art. We stand Terrifier. I love All Hallows Eve. We have our face done. I try to blend it down my neck as much as possible. I'm gonna do some contour, and I'm gonna do a really dark green contour. I'm gonna do like a green and black contour. So I'm doing a green look, and you know me, I like to keep the colors somewhat together sometimes. And I'm gonna do it kind of higher up. Someone, I was watching a TikTok, I think, and someone was doing it like higher up and like to give more of a cheekbone, and I'm like, I need to do that. So let's do like on our cheekbone and see what it looks like. This is a lot of firsts, a lot of just messing around with stuff, you know, whatever. That's what I'm here for. So anyway, so has anyone, let me know down in the comments, has anyone watched Wolf Creek, especially the series? I feel like the series would be so good. Dude, I love a sadistic killer, because even though like people are like, oh, those movies are so gross, but like the thing is the more sadistic they are, usually the more funny they are. So even though, I don't know, like that kind of is my comedy. Like, I mean, I like some comedy movies, whatever, but because they're just so over the top, ridiculous. They literally have no care for human life at all. So they say and do the dumbest like shit, and it's so funny. Like, Mick Taylor's funny, especially in 2. And I'm sure he's hilarious in the freaking like series. Like, I've heard he's pretty funny in the series. Okay, I like this. It's looking scary. I'm gonna come in a little bit more, like the littlest bit more. So if you think that there's a more sadistic killer than Art or Mick Taylor from Wolf Creek, let me know down in the comments, because that was pretty much everyone. Like, a lot of people were like just saying, like, not just saying, I mean, they probably really think it, whatever, but a lot of people were saying like Michael and Jason and Freddy and Leatherface and all these people. And of those 4, I mean, yeah, they are, because they just kill like namelessly, whatever, like don't care who you are, they just kill you. But I think of those 4, Leatherface would be the most sadistic. But outside of that realm of like some of the 80s, 70s, whatever OGs, Art and McTaylor has them, and then I don't know, there probably are a lot more. Oh, and then what's his name, John Kramer from Saw, sadistic. But also with him, it's like he is sadistic, but there's like, I mean, it's not like a good reason to do it, but he has like a plan and a reason, and he's very like methodical. And I mean, yeah, the stuff he does is pretty like messed up and cool from a movie aspect, but like the other two, Art and Mick, they're just on another level. They don't care who you are, what's going on. They're literally just going to capture you and then like torture you, and that's just the end of it. All right, we're going to move on to our eyebrows. And let's start with the green, and maybe we'll do an ombre of like green to black. I also watched A Quiet Place 2. I really liked it. I heard like a lot of people were like, oh, this was so good, it was just as good as the first, da da da. I completely agree. I actually think I don't know if I liked it more. They're both really good, but I love this one. Spoiler maybe, I'm not giving away like anything crazy, I'm just kind of giving away like how the movie moves along. But I love that they went back to the beginning. So the beginning of A Quiet Place 2 is the beginning of basically not even one, but like what happened in the beginning, like why they were even in the barn, what these creatures, where they came from, how they first figured out like these creatures existed. Like I love that part. It was very interesting. That's kind of how I expected one to start, which was kind of weird for me because it was through right into like the action, what was going on. But if you've ever seen one, like it starts off as like, oh my gosh, what is happening anyway? So the way they did it was still fine. But in 2, it goes back to like the beginning, what's going on, whatever. And I do like that aspect. And then it jumps back to where they are leading right after where 1 left off. That makes sense. Following up to right after where 1 left off. It's good. I really like it. Those kids are freaking badasses. Love them. Love the kids. So cool. Definitely go watch it if you have it. It's on Paramount Plus right now. I also made a tweet about Paramount Plus actually having some decent movies, and people were like kind of dogging on Paramount Plus, and I'm like, all right. I'm just letting you know that in the US they have these movies. Now I get that in other countries some of these things do suck and don't have all these movies and stuff. Like someone said they had Paramount Plus in a different country and had like 10 movies. Now were they being dramatic? I don't know, but even to feel like they only have 10 movies is still pretty bad, because ours, I mean, it's not like the best place in the world for movies, but I found a lot of good gems on there. And they have The Quiet Place 2, and then they also have Paranormal Next of Kin, which I was super skeptical going in. Okay, so Quiet Place 2, I expected it to be good. It was good. It delivered. I enjoyed it. It was a fun movie to watch. Paranormal Activity Next of Kin, when you start getting into so many it's not a remake, it's just kind of an add-on, like I don't know what you call that, but it's so many more sequels, whatever. I mean, I'm a sequel queen, but sometimes they just do get too crazy. And I would say this movie gave me the same vibes as The Wrong Turn that came out this year, because it's basically, they just named it, which I guess that one was was a remake, so that's makes more sense. But they often just follow up with these big titles, these big movie titles that people know and love, so that they get the views, which it makes sense. Props to them if it works. I mean, I watched it, whatever. I probably wouldn't have watched it if it wasn't related to Paranormal Activity and people were talking about it on Twitter. So props to them. I probably wouldn't watch the new Wrong Turn movie if it was something else. Like, I probably just wouldn't have known about it. So props to them. But the Next of Kin is so different from all the other Paranormal Activity movies that I enjoyed it. But it just, why was it named that? Like, it has nothing to do, maybe a spoiler alert, I don't know. It has nothing to do with Paranormal Activity at all for me. Like, not even like the origin of anything, which is fine. I mean, I enjoyed it, and it had really cool cinematography. I use that word as if I know what that really means. By definition, I'm not sure, but like what I imagine in my head is the cinematography is like how it's filmed and like the slow-mos and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. There is a few parts where they slow it down so you can like really see what's happening and just enjoy the effects and like what's going on, and I absolutely loved that. I was like, I got chills. I was so excited. Now don't go in this movie thinking it's like amazing. I mean, it's okay, but it was really good. Like, I really liked it, but I went in with the lowest expectations. Sometimes I'll recommend movies and people will be like, it wasn't that great, and I'm like, well, honey, you have to go in expecting nothing, because that's how I go into most movies, so that I'm not let down. I mean, there are some movies that I'm excited about, so like I unintentionally am excited, but if you go in thinking this is gonna be the best movie the entire year, and guess what, it's not gonna be the best movie the entire year for you, because a movie that you go into thinking this is gonna be shit but I'm gonna watch it anyway, you're gonna be surprised, pleasantly surprised. That'll be your new favorite movie. That's just how life works. Stop having such high expectations for everything, Karen. Jesus. Anyway, we're gonna use black with the green and finish out this eyebrow. I really like this. I've been so, like, I always, like, pink, red, and purple have been my thing, but here lately I've been so attracted to green. Like, I love the color green right now, especially with like black. Like, in the most like green goth is like so top tier. I would say though, the Paranormal Next of Kin, at least it was still shot in a found footage type way. So it does have, which, and also I feel like if you're not a fan of found footage, you'll still enjoy this, because it's similar to the Paranormal Activity, where they don't have like cameras like up in the corners and stuff. It's not like in a house. It's not like a traditional Paranormal Activity movie, but they still do sit the cameras down a lot or put them on a tripod or something. So it's not like the Blair Witch Project, you know, which again, for that movie, like them running through the woods and the camera being crazy is part of the movie. Like, that's part of the experience. But this movie, it gives you, it definitely has like found footage where they're like walking around and stuff. It has the like sitting on a tripod, chilling type vibes, so you're not like whiplashing around trying to figure out what's going on. And then they have the slow-mo effects that are the cherry on top of this movie. Like, it's not like my favorite movie of the year, but it just surprised me so much that I have to share it and talk about it, because I really liked it, and I might even rewatch it at some point in time. We'll see. Guys, I didn't realize I had so much to say about these movies. I'm getting all... that is a hell skinny brow. What the fuck is happening? More product. I mean, I'm not mad about a skinny brow, but it's just like... it's snatched beyond belief here. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to prime my face. It's too late now, but I forgot all about it. And I was excited about it because I'll show you in 1 second. Okay, so this is why I was so excited for my primer and I didn't do it. Look at this bitch. Look at it. It's the biggest fan I freaking own. And God, it's cat hair everywhere. So love it, so cute, such a big bitch. We love a big bitch. Oop. Even like folding her in, like she takes a minute. Like, you gotta take your time with her. All right, let's do this. Actually, I think I'm gonna do a gray up here to really set the tone here, set the mood for dark. I'm kind of going, I have like 3 shades of gray, like a light, kind of a neutral and a little bit of a dark, and then I'm going to all 3 of them and just getting whatever color this is. I literally could not, okay, I probably could, but I almost could not remake almost any look I make because they're all different. Every look is completely different. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's like cooking. Like, I can't cook, but when it comes to makeup, I can just throw shit together and it just comes out good. At least good in my opinion. Your opinion, you're probably like, bitch, what the fuck is happening? But for me, it's a good time. I am like talking like a mile a minute. I have missed this. I haven't been able to do makeup in 2 weeks, guys. 2 fucking weeks. All right, the brush size was not a good size for this, so I'm gonna get a different brush. Oh, there we go. This like buffs out the makeup. I love it. That's what I want. I want some bufferage. If that's even a thing. I love the gray too. It just gives me kind of like this dead look that I'm going for. All right, we're gonna go into this dark green color, and we are going to spray some primer on it because it makes it just more shimmery. It comes out a little dewy, a little wet. Just one good spray. Just kind of swirl around a little bit so it's not like super wet. And then we're gonna put it on our eyeball. And I'm just gonna cover the whole lid right here. Right now, please comment your favorite color below if you are still with me, because I'm super curious, and also I appreciate you the most. Other thing I watched finally after, I don't know, a year? Has it been a year? I don't know. Bly Manor. Okay, if you don't know anything about me, know that I love Haunting of Hill House. I don't know what it's called. I love The Haunting of Hill House so much. I have seen it 5+ times, which is a lot for like a horror series, whatever. For me. And plus it's not like that old, so it's not like I've watched it over years. Like I've watched this like 5 times in the last, what, 2 years? I don't know. A lot. I love it so much. I love it so much. I even thought about even getting a, dang it, what are words? I don't know. I even thought about getting a tattoo, some kind of tattoo of that, because I just love it like that much. It speaks to my soul. It's just kind of dark and depressing and happy all at the same time. I just love it. Everyone's like, bitch, where's the happy? Tell me. I don't know. I just like it. It makes me like, I don't know. It makes me feel some kind of way. But I watched Bly Manor. I watched Bly Manor when it first came out. Super excited. I was like, oh, I love Haunting of Hill House, so I'm going to love this. I was like 3 episodes in and I just could not get into it. And I do this a lot with movies and TV and everything. And I'm like, I'll come back to it because I'll like it later. So I came back to it last week, sometime. And I watched the whole thing, and literally one day I watched the whole thing, like it's a giant ass movie basically. And it was so, well, I don't want to, okay, skirt back. It was really good. Not nearly as good as Haunting of Hill House. I literally never know what this is called because there's so many different versions, not even versions, but different movies and TV shows with this very similar name. So I'm always calling it the wrong thing. If you understand that, please let me know down in the comments. Okay, but anyway, so I watched Bly Manor. I really liked it, but it still was like, okay, you know, like it was okay. It's like, but it was so, it almost seemed pointless, honestly. Like I definitely won't watch it again. I mean, I'm glad I watched it just to like watch it because it's made by like the same people or whatever, but it just was like, okay, like there was no really twist or shocker or anything. It was just kind of like they were just telling me a story, which I guess is the premise of it, but it was just a story that I didn't really need to know or cared to even know. It was just like, okay, cool. It was kind of dumb. After all that, it was kind of dumb. Like, I loved the characters. I really did love the characters. I just hated how it like ended. I don't know, it was just stupid. I mean, I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but I'm gonna, some spoilers right now, right here. Like I love, what are their names? I don't know, the 2 women that get together in the end. Like, first of all, I love the chick that was the gardener or whatever. She was great. She was so great. I loved her so much. I love when she was like, when she was in the kitchen with the chef guy, which also loved him too. I really like the characters. That's why I kept watching, because I love the characters. And the kids were like, it's story time. And she was like, oh, it's story time. And he was like, it's story time. Like, he was so excited. And she's like, God, I hate kids. Me. I was like, I relate to her. And I love that. But yeah, so I love that those 2 got together. That like made me happy. And it was just, there's like the thing. Okay, let's get into this. Let's unpack this. So love that they got together. That was great. Okay, the whole beginning, like that guy with the glasses kept popping up and like scared the crap out of me first of all when I first saw it. Cause I was like, what is happening? And I like easily get jump scared or scared from jump scenes. I don't know. And so that I was kind of like so intrigued, like who is this? What is this? And then it showed everything. And I would say the episode where it showed like what happened to him, I was kind of like, you know, like, oh shit, like that's crazy. But then after that, like he was still there bugging her, and then he just kind of left. And I don't know if that was supposed to be like some kind of analogy of like because she fell in love or because she found herself, but it's like, why is he even haunting you? Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, basically it really made it seem like it was all in her head because he just vanished one day when she basically just fell in love and whatever. And maybe it was because she went and like stood up to him and was like, what do you want? But it just, that seemed like such a pointless thing. And then when it showed who the woman, more spoilers, when it showed the woman in the water, the chick that kept coming out and walking around, that seemed pointless. I was just like, okay, like, what I mean, I really just thought there was more. I thought there would be more with the girls' playhouse, with all the different things. Like, I thought these dolls had more of a relation. Like, I thought that, I don't know, I just thought a lot. I had much higher expectations for this. And I think it was because of House on Haunted Hill and because, or the Haunting of Hill House, you know what I'm trying to say. And I think that's probably why, because I was like, oh, I love this. Like, this would definitely be really good, da-da-da. But it just was not nearly as good, and I guess that's just life. So what do you do? But I had to talk about it because I watched it and I just want to talk about it. I love this green color. Okay, let's do some eyeliner. Eyeliner is where it just goes all to hell. I mean that in the best of ways, because I love eyeliner. I just want to put it everywhere. I'm gonna take this eyeliner all around my eyeball. But before we do that officially, I'm gonna do a little bit of the shiny green underneath both of my eyeballs. I just did a double wing because why not? We're living on the edge. Look at this. Look at this double wing. Alright. That is all I can do with that eye. We're moving on to our lips. I'm gonna do a black and green ombre lip look. Does give me some Christmas vibes. We do black. Dude, this looks so cool. I don't care what anyone says. I did something like this kind of similar, only with blues, like all blues, no black, and like the white base. It looked really cool. I made TikToks. I actually put them as shorts on my channel, but I don't think I ever did like a makeup video with it. All right, let's do our ombre. So we did the green in the middle. We're gonna do black around it, and then we're gonna use a brush and make them one. And I made my lips pointy on purpose, because I like that look. It looks cool in my opinion. And we're just gonna use the same glittery green brush and blend. Okay, I'm really debating if I want to clean this up down here a little bit and make it more of a cute look, or do I want to drag the black out and make it look kind of disheveled. I think we're going for disheveled here. This is why people make fun of me on my shorts. I love it. I would say going up too far gives me like mustache vibes, so I don't want mustache vibes. I am giving Joker vibes. I'm here for it. All right, I'm gonna throw some gloss. Now my battery's dying. Oh my gosh, throw some gloss. My battery's dying, so I need to conclude this. Okay, that is it for this look. I don't even care. I'm keeping my things up. Look how cute this is. Giving off Joker vibes. I'm here for it. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell because I post every week. I will be doing lives soon. Check out my shorts. They're in a playlist, shorts and TikToks. Go follow me over on all my socials, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook page. I will see you in the next one. Stay spooky.